Now to the latest on the special counsel's report on President Biden's handling of classified documents.
And while the Justice Department announced that it will not pursue criminal charges, the report did question several things, including the president's memory. Fox 5's Sharon Crowley's live in the newsroom with very latest and with how the White House is swinging back at the special counsel tonight, Sharon.
Yeah, that's right, Natasha and Steve. President Biden may be out of legal jeopardy, but the special counsel's report investigating classified documents case may hurt him politically as he runs for re-election. President Biden lashing out during a hastily called press conference tonight, especially against those who describe his memory as hazy.
My memory, take a look at what I've done since I've become president.
Angry and defiant, President Biden defending his mental capacity and ability to lead the country. His remarks coming after the special counsel investigating the classified documents case said the president had memory lapses about the dates of significant events, including the day his son, Beau, died.
There's even reference that I don't remember when my son died. How in the hell dare he raise that?
The special counsel decided not to prosecute Biden for removing classified documents and storing some at his home in Delaware. He said there was not enough evidence to take the case to trial, suggesting in part, quote, Mr. Biden would likely present himself to a jury, as he did in our interview of him, as a sympathetic, well-meaning, elderly man with a poor memory.
I'm well-meaning, and I'm an elderly man, and I know what the hell I'm doing. I've been president, and I put this country back on its feet.
The case won't hurt President Biden legally, but it may do harm politically.
So this was, strictly speaking, not necessary to say. And that's one reason why the president is angry. The other reason that he's angry is that it is the worst time imaginable to have a report that calls into question his capacity to remember things, even major events in his life.
Former President Donald Trump blasting the special counsel looking into his classified documents case. The former president was indicted for keeping classified documents at Mar-a-Lago and is facing a trial in May. Richard Serafini, a former federal prosecutor, says Biden and Trump's cases are completely different, especially because he says President Biden willingly cooperated with investigators.
There was a year-long shell game between by the former president, hiding documents, moving documents.
Well, former President Trump, I should say, faces multiple criminal charges for not voluntarily handing over documents after leaving the White House in 2021. His case set to begin in just a few months. Steve?
All right, thanks, Sharon.